Hey everybody, Jedi Jack Luther here. It's a Tuesday night and it's time. Can you guess? It's time for What's in the Box. That's right. We got the trusty What's in the Box sign, which means it's time for What's in the Box. And it's October, fall's coming in, cooler weather. It's really nice out there. And I figured, what a great way to start the cooler fall weather coming in. I'm looking for right here. There was a box down here somewhere. You can't see it. You see my hands. You can't see what's down here. Oh, we found it. Here it is. And it's a good sized box. Sounds like some plastic, which is normally what we get. So we're trending with the theme because December 18th is going to be one of the greatest days. Just 2 days before my birthday, and new Star Wars movie comes out. So we're basically doing all things Star Wars. I've made myself a promise that I will not be buying anything except Star Wars related merchandise. No wrestling, which by the way I've stopped watching wrestling. It's really gotten bad. But no other collectibles or anything. We're going full force Star Wars. So that's what the theme is for the rest of the year, and probably on to 2016. So we got our box. We have our brand new, trusty, not as rusty, box opener. We're going to take that. Cut so smooth. You could shave with that thing, but don't, because then you'll probably be dead. Alrighty. So, still cut down. Hang on. There we go. And there we go. Alright. So on my Facebook page, I put up a little clip of a vintage Kenner commercial. And in it, these kids are playing Bespin, and they have Han Solo and Lando Calrissian, and Lando goes in the carbon freezing chamber, but it's a clear plastic cup and they use a string to lower it into. I love these old commercials because as kids, that's what we did. That's not just for a commercial. That's what kids did. They used Mom's Kitchen as Cloud City, or a little round garden outside for Bespin, or you went out in the snow with your Tauntauns and such. You played with your toys. They weren't collectibles, and of course we've completely fallen away from that. Now they are all collectibles. You certainly wouldn't let your kids take your stuff out there. But I had put on there, wouldn't it be neat if they made a play set based on the whole carbon freezing scene? And if there was a show that took said playset out of the box. Well, today we have something really special. Quick little note about this. This is fun. For all the fans of The Walking Dead, they make these dog tags. And they're collectible dog tags. And randomly, like usually one per box, one of them comes with a swatch of fabric from an outfit that the actor wore in the show. Well, while we were in North Carolina for my brother's wedding, shout out to my brother George and my new sister-in-law Amy, we stopped at Walmart, and I found a pack that had a costume dog tag in it. It was dude has red hair, has biker stash thing. The character on the show is Abraham Ford, really tough looking dude. Well, I put them up on eBay. I bought the pack for $4. I sold the dog tag for $60. Who knew? That helped me buy what's in the box tonight, which is mint in package, as in still sealed, because you can see the plastic sheet that still covers it. This is the Star Wars Power of the Jedi carbon freezing chamber. And I'm going to, well, you're not going to see it in the blur. By the way, yes, we're opening it because this is, I'm not going to keep a, get that there we go. Get that plastic off. Wow, I can't believe that. I mean, you don't get much more mint than that. I mean, this has never been opened or touched. It's still in the wrapper. But here, that might be a little bit easier without the glare. Star Wars Power of the Jedi Carbon Freezing Chamber. Now, This series came out after the Power of the Force line back in the 90s. When they re-released the Star Wars characters, they were a little bit more mobile, came with better weapons. They looked a little bit better, had more detail in them. Power of the Jedi came out. Power of the Force was in red, but Power of Jedi came out with a green box on it and had Darth Vader's helmet with Obi-Wan Kenobi from the first movie. The carbon freezing chamber was not available in stores. This was only available if you were a member of the Star Wars fan club, I believe, at the time. You still had to purchase it, but only if you were a member of the fan club. This set is very rare and can be very hard to find. When you do find it, they're not cheap. They're very expensive, especially mint in package ones. Like this is mint in package. I just opened it up and just here it is. I mean, it's still all attached to the sides and everything. I mean, like I said, it had the plastic wrapper on it. It doesn't get more mint than that. It came with a free figure. You got a Bespin security guard. This dude doesn't look like he's security of much, but the playset itself. Oh my gosh! Look at this mess. That's twist tie hell. So let me untie these really quickly. Gosh. But this was a very hard set to find, but even back in the day, because when these toys came out, there wasn't much of an internet, and there certainly wasn't an eBay. Wow, they tied these. Let's see. There we go. I'm going to let Mr. Razor Blade cut through these things. Without slicing my own hand off. Oh, sorry about this, folks. I did not realize how well these were tied in there. Wow. Yeah, those things in there good. Get all the pieces off of here. Now, at one time I did have this set, and actually there was a time that was really cheap because the market was flooded with it. I mean, when there were so many of them, no one really had a desire to have it. All right, so it looks like good grief, constructing the thing is its own there we go. Go. And this panel. Actually, once you get it out, once you attach the main base, there we go. So this is the basic design of it. We'll stick that on there. This is the basic design of it. As you can see, it looks much like how the carbon freezing area was on Besman. It comes with a block of carbonite that you can encase your figures in. There are a few things. Oh, has a door that you can keep people imprisoned. The set is neat looking because it's the only one they ever did. There are a few things that are troublesome, but to me they can be overlooked. Number one, the carbonite block has some spandex fabric on it. The thought process was that when someone's entrapped in carbonite, their body parts will stick through the spandex and thus make it look like Han Solo. When I had this set before, that didn't turn out very well. It looked like some unshapely blob. The other thing is, for some reason, and I guess they just had to do this, every playset needs a weapon that fires. So they give you a giant gun, which looks like a rebel soldier's gun from New Hope, which shoots a missile. I mean, if you can tell me where that was in Empire Strikes Back, I'll give you credit on that one. Also, the deck on this thing is not very big. If you load this up with figures, you're going to run out of room really quickly. However, I do have Luke and Darth Vader from the new set that is out, and there's plenty of room for them to duel on this thing and for Darth Vader to shove him down the carbonite hole and try to freeze him up. I do like the fact they give you a Bespin Guard figure. So at least in the playset world, even if this cost 20 bucks back then, or 30, you're still getting at least a figure, not the best figure on the planet, still a figure. I mean, you still had something to go on. This set me back a pretty penny, but if you look at it the way I do, I spent $4 on a dog tag, $6 to ship it. That's about 10 bucks, and got me basically a $50 playset out of it that I think is really cool. I even like the neon orange honeycomb plastic that gives it that feel it did back in the movie. All in all, I really like this playset. It has a few minor flaws with it. You got a swing out control panel. How neat is that? If you can find one for $40, $50 or $50 bucks, you're gonna have to play with it a bit. And you don't have it in your collection, try to get it. It's a very nice piece, and the fact that it's not that big actually works in its favor, because it can be put into a small part of your shelf and you can just put a few figures on it to recreate quite a few scenes. I do recommend this set. It's really neat, it's pretty cool, and it's going to be one of my favorites to display on my shelves that I have over there. So that is it for what's in the box. What we had in the box was a very cool Star Wars carbon freezing chamber. We slapped it together here. I'm getting ready to go because my time's running short on the time-o-meter that's on my phone. But you're probably thinking, we didn't get to see it carbon freeze something. Well, I wouldn't worry too much about that. Much like this is the Empire Strikes Back show, we need a Return of the Jedi. And of course, I have a clue as to what's coming up in the next episode of What's in the Box. So for What's in the Box, I'm Jedi Jack Luther. Hope you had a good time, and I'll see you again when cardboard comes in and cardboard comes out and we find out what's in the box.